The Spirits of Little Bighorn. I'm a huge history buff, and when I had a chance to cash in on some frequent flyer points, I chose to go to the Little Bighorn battlefield. I took a Thursday to Sunday trip and couldn't wait. I arrived at the airport and got my rental car for the trip. When I arrived at the battlefield, I didn't realize how haunting and serene the place is. There weren't many people there, so I had most of the battlefield to myself. I go to the site where George Armstrong Custer took his last breath. It's pretty creepy. There are gravestones all over the site in clusters, one here, one there. I go to the museum and take a map of the battlefield. I head out to a break in the hill where Custer started to ford a small body of water, the area where the lone teepee was, etc., etc. I'm taking pics of the battlefield and I notice movement to my right, just where the horizon meets the hill. It's a group of Native Americans on horseback. I assume they are there as reenactors and to teach visitors about the battlefield. They quickly turn and disappear into the horizon. About 15 minutes go by and I approach the hill where I saw the men on horses, and it's a vast prairie. You can see for miles and miles. The men are gone, but I didn't really think about it and continue my tour of this sacred land. All of a sudden, I hear a commotion over the hill. I can hear gunshots, yelling and screaming. I dash to the top of the hill and can't believe what I'm seeing. It's the Battle of Little Bighorn. There are thousands of Indian warriors attacking men in blue. Horses falling, men screaming, dying. The sound is loud and deafening. All of a sudden, a Union cavalryman looks at me and screams, "Help me!" He's then cut down by a shot. I close my eyes and fall to the ground, and I can still hear the sound of the men. Then, as soon as it starts, it stops. The green tall grass of the prairie is back, swinging gently in the wind. There are no signs of the soldiers who fought here many years ago. All gone. I rush to a family and park ranger at the bottom of the hill and ask them, "Did you hear anything at the ridge line?" They look at me sort of annoyed. "No, why?" I just say thank you and walk off. I go to my rental car and I see an old Native American man cleaning one of the monuments. I approach and say, "Hello." He says, "Hello, young man." I say, "This is going to sound crazy, but I think I just saw the Battle of Little Bighorn." He says, "Young one, you saw the Chindi of the battlefield. I have seen them many, many times. They are the spirits who cannot rest. Chindi is the Indian word for ghost. Those who have died in restlessness still roam these battlefields. If you take a trip to Little Bighorn, you might just see a battle that's still raging on since 1876.